Hi there, I'm Tanya Gabrielle, Wealth Astro-Numerologist. Welcome to my November 2014 forecast. Now you're probably still processing the intense energies activated last month when we had two powerful eclipses during a Mercury retrograde. Oh my gosh, if things didn't shift for you in the last few weeks, then you're definitely in the minority. A quick review to put November into context. The incredible surge of energy last month was magnified by the fact that October was an 8 universal month in numerology. And the number 8 is about empowerment. It's about prosperity. So during any cycle that resonates to the number 8, like we had last month, when there were also two eclipses during Mercury retrograde, you moved through a very profound moment in your life. And very likely the growth that you felt occurred in your relationships. And this may sound strange, but growth is growth. Your attitude towards every part of your life affects your ability to attract wealth. So what happened in October was a mini forecast of what's coming up for us in 2015, because that's an 8 universal year of wealth and empowerment in numerology. Okay, so let's look at this month, November. We have some fantastic tools at our disposal now to implement all those changes in our life last month into true abundance. Much of November falls in the sign of Scorpio, and Scorpio is what's called a fixed sign in astrology. It resonates to the element of water. So Scorpio represents the deepest truths and secrets and the fortitude to use those truths to empower yourself. This means the empowerment theme started by the number 8 in October continues this month, because Scorpio is ruled by the power planet Pluto, which is activated in a beautiful way this month, as you're going to see in a moment. So Scorpio is also aligned with money and abundance in astrology. It's the 8th house that it rules. So shortly you'll see how the full moon on November 6th takes this theme of power and true abundance to a wonderful new place. In numerology, November is a 9 universal month. Number 9 is also aligned with power and prosperity, but from the perspective of wisdom. The strength of this number comes from the fact that 9 is the final single digit, so it carries all the wisdom and experience of the previous 8 numbers. 9 is sometimes referred to as the king of numbers, and it looks like a person with a big head on top. And that big head is symbolic of your mind filled with universal truth, with compassion, with wisdom. Now, our current cycle, like this 9 universal month we're in, this 9 cycle is about culminations, endings, and a transition of some kind. And since 2014 is a 7 universal year, and November is the 11th month of the year, the numbers 7, 9, and 11 are creating a code of divine inspiration, intuitive perception, compassion, new beginnings, and transformation. And this theme continues in the Astro-Numerology as well, because now, before I do that, I'm going to go into the astrology in a minute, but I want to just point out that 9 creates a sacred code. It is a special magnification because when you add 9 to any other number, for example 6, it will reduce to the same number. It's what makes the number 9 so magical. So we've established that November is a 9, right? And so let's look at the full date for this 6th of November, which is the day of the full moon actually. So let's add 1 plus 1 plus 6 plus 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus 4, and you get a total of 15. Now take the 15 and add the 1 and the 5, and you get a number 6. So you can see how the 6th day of November adds up to another 6 universal date. And this mathematical equation applies to every day this month. Try it for yourself, use any day in November, and you're going to get the same double number result. When a number is doubled, it creates a powerful manifestation energy. So visualize, set your intention, and watch your ideas come to life very quickly. Okay, so let's look at the full moon on November 6th first. It occurs on such a beautiful day. This full moon is gorgeous. It has no challenging aspects from the other planets. Plus, with the prosperity code of 2 6s and a 9 activated on that day, this is a major moment of creating your destiny and feeling your divine purpose in a joyful way. Now, full moons are already really emotional, as you know, and this one is going to carry an extra dose of deep feeling. I'm really excited about it because of how this full moon relates to several planets. It's conjunct to Venus, the planet of abundance and love, and it forms a harmonious aspect to both Mars and Pluto, the planets of action and drive and sexual energy and power. And remember, Pluto rules Scorpio and Mars was the ancient ruler of Scorpio. So this is really, really good news. The full moon also forms what's called a T-square to Jupiter, the planet of expansion and abundance. And that's really amazing because it really allows you to translate your desires into a new financial reality. And when you feel at this deep level, you can direct your energy towards a vibrational state of wealth. It's really amazing. So I hope you take advantage of this. So just by tuning in at this level, you'll be empowering not just yourself, but the other people you come in contact with. Your presence makes them stronger and become the best version of who they can be as well. And like I said, this fabulous full moon on November 6th is in harmony with Pluto, the planet of power and transformation, and it's also in harmony with Mars, which symbolizes action and drive. Now, if you're a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or if you're Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer, this full moon is harmoniously aligned with your sun. Okay, I know I'm throwing a lot of numbers and alignments and astrology and numerology at you, but one more important thing I want to point out is that the sun and moon are at 14 degrees for this full moon. And this is really important since it triggers the number 14 in 2014, meaning it's aligned with an important part of our current yearly code. That means communication on all levels, the internet, media, change, adventure, they're all triggered by this full moon. Now, things get really intense in mid-November because Mars conjuncts Pluto on November 10th. And by doing so, these two planets create a really magnificent sacred geometric design called a kite in astrology. Mars and Pluto are going to be joined at 11 degrees in Capricorn. They form a big surge of electrical energy because the number 11 in numerology represents the nervous system and light and electrical surges. And I mean, this is really going to be strong. And since Pluto and Mars oppose the moon, while being in harmony with Mercury and Neptune, they're forming this kite I just mentioned. But the spiritual and mental breakthroughs at this time have the potential of being really, really fantastic. So, hold on, because this energy really gets fired up on November 12th, 13th, when Venus and Saturn form a conjunction and Mars creates a 10th square with Uranus, the planet of exciting breakthroughs. So this Mars-Uranus relationship occurs at 13 degrees. And since it happens in the early hours of November 13th universal time, the number 13 is magnified, and 13 in numerology is a power number. It always brings transformation and out of the blue shifts to empower you. Notice that 13 adds up to 4, you know, because 1 plus 3 is 4, and 4 symbolizes that square between Uranus and Mars. So watch those 4 or 5 days from the 10th of November onwards for strong impulses to break through old, outdated patterns. Then Neptune goes direct on the 16th and Venus enters Sagittarius also on that same day. Since Neptune opposes the moon at the moment that it moves forward again, your intuition will be amazingly strong. In numerology, the numbers 16 and 7 represent a lightning strike, an intuitive hit, a sudden shift in direction due to insights you receive in an unexpected way. Now, Neptune and the moon create a context for emotional and spiritual healing. And when we add Venus into the mix as well, all I can say is your ability to create beauty and abundance from a heart-centered perspective is really favored at this time, you know, right after that intense clearing we had before this. Okay, so finally we get to the new moon on November 22nd, and that's when all the energy shifts from Scorpio to Sagittarius. The sun entered Sagittarius the same day we have a new moon, and I love this new moon as well. Do you remember the new beginnings feeling that you had at the end of October, right after that amazing new moon eclipse at 00 degrees Scorpio? Well, this new moon also occurs at 00 degrees. 0 is not a number, it's a state of being. And 00 degrees represents double divine protection, where the 2 zeros symbolize the 2 eyes, the windows to the soul. You're being lifted up to experience the 0 point of no return, where everything encapsulates into timelessness. 0 is the never-ending circle of life, the eternal moment. And this new moon at 00 degrees Sagittarius, it's not an eclipse like we had last month, but it still packs quite a punch. Sagittarius is about our future visions and hopes. It's optimistic and it invites you to expand your outlook on life. At the moment this new moon becomes exact, the sun and moon are conjunct with 2 other planets, Venus and Saturn. Talk about an opportunity to expand your finances through diligent work and patience. So pay attention, because if you buckle down during this new moon and get your ideas into a clear strategic plan of action, you'll design an infrastructure that will naturally allow you to implement your goals. And then, well, look out, because like I said, 2015 is a big financial abundance year. And what you're being around this new moon is going to affect the flow of energy in your life next year. Part of this beautiful energy surrounding the Sagittarius new moon is allowing your heart to feel immense gratitude. It's no coincidence that this lunation always falls right around Thanksgiving here in the US. Now, when you focus on what you're grateful for at the same time that you're envisioning your growth, you magnetize true wealth in magical ways, because you're already feeling wealthy, right? You're already grateful. So the positive nature of this moment is accentuated by your positive outlook. And so you want to make sure you take advantage of this moment and this whole month. You know, everything is an energetic frequency. Your thoughts, your feelings, your environment, and that includes money. I always say money is an energy exchange with you and the universe. And this month you can really step up and transform your life. You can step into wealth by embracing the incredible power you have to share your divine gifts and create an energy exchange with the universe that results in abundance. This is such a beautiful time of growth. So have a wonderful month. And be sure to get your forecasts and Astro-Numerology tips throughout November by signing up to my free Astro-Numerology Insights newsletter. Just go to TanyaGabrielle.com and I'll send you my free ebook, Names, Numbers, and Destinies, as a thank you gift. Here's to a fantastic November, and I'll see you in December. Thank you for watching.